Y'all, a scandal just exploded. They went after Don Lemon. They got refused. And the reason why they got refused by a magistrate judge in Minnesota, y'all, the connections, the corruption, the disgusting nature here is going to blow your minds. Don Lemon, it just exposed something real nasty on accident through his own actions. So thanks, Donnie. We're going to expose that right now. And one of the ways that you can help expose this, magnify it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, join us in our quest to establish freedom across the nation and, honest to goodness, handle these pesky lefties in the only way we know how, relegate them to the dustbin of history. Y'all, this one is a big one. Let's jump right in. You can follow me on X at Braden LOA. I'm not going to bury the lead on you, but I got a great little morsel right in front of you for an update. All right, look, little dillhole William Kelly, the guy who was going after, churchgoers. Yeah, he's arrested too. That's not the main story here. It's just a nice little thing. This guy, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole post. This little guy who's just posted that he got arrested, and that's his perp walk. When he did this.
Playing the entire time. So Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it. And for all the people giving me death threats.
Well, I guess we can file this under she did it, because that's the perp walk right there. Y'all, how beautiful. Oh, you love to see it. Okay, anyway, let's keep on going to the main story because this is where it gets real big. Okay, so everyone on the comments has been like, go after Don Lemon. Don Lemon did it. Don Lemon needs charges. And I've covered that he seems a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, he just exposed the level of corruption that's unbelievable. Goes with judges, goes with Attorney General's office in Minnesota, goes with assistant judges, how it's all tied together in this nasty little cesspool, making the swamp in D.C. look like a paradise. Yeah, a federal judge has just rejected Trump's DOJ's attempt to bring charges against Don Lemon. The attorney general was enraged at the magistrate judge's decision, a person familiar with the matter said. I can't imagine why she'd be upset. Since the magistrate judges issued warrants for everybody else who was there as well, why would Don Lemon not get one? Answer me that question in the comments now before I show you why. Because it's amazing how all this nasty corruption and all this gross, just Democrat incestuous crap continues to happen in Minnesota, isn't it? All right, you've had your time. Watch. This is the backstory. Breaking. The U.S. magistrate judge who refused to sign off on Don Lemon's arrest warrant, Doug Micko, is married to an assistant attorney general in Minnesota, A.G. Keith Ellison's office. Total conflict of interest, circumvent him and make the arrest. Minnesota is corrupt beyond belief. They are corrupt beyond belief. And there's the individuals side by side. The woman on the left, Caitlin Micko, that is Minnesota Assistant Attorney General. The guy in the middle, Doug Micko, is the U.S. magistrate judge who did not sign the warrant for Don Lemon, refused to. And the guy on the right is Keith Ellison, who is the Attorney General. Why do you find that interesting? A great question. I love when you guys ask good questions. Let me hear you in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. Here is a few little tidbits that I find fascinating, and I'm sure you guys will as well. This is what Jack Posobiec just posted. I am told the judge that refused to sign the criminal complaint against Don Lemon is Magistrate Judge Douglas Micko. His wife works for Keith Ellison as an assistant attorney general and has anti-ICE post on LinkedIn. So wait a minute. Let's go big screen real quick, and then I'm going to show you the coup de grace. So you're telling me that the guy who is going to sign the arrest warrant for Don Lemon, who is on camera doing and taking part in exactly what everyone else has been arrested for through warrants for arrest, and now they're being perp walked. He didn't sign, or refuse to sign, however you want to say it, the arrest warrant for Don Lemon, and his wife, the judge's wife, is Assistant Attorney General to Keith Ellison, has anti-ICE posts on her LinkedIn profiles, and that's not a conflict of interest. Okay, maybe you need a coup de grace. You do. Here you go. Let me click on this real quick. That's the judge. I don't care about what the judge looks like. That doesn't matter to me. Here's the wife. I am proud to help A.G. Ellison and the mayors protect the equal sovereignty of Minnesota and the safety of our residents by suing ICE. She loves this. Okay. Now's the coup de grace. That's just the nice little garnish. Hey, look, remember when I showed you this a couple days ago? When Don Lemon, I'm going to kill the audio, I don't care. I'm going to show you. Remember when Don Lemon had, oh my God, Keith Ellison, the Attorney General of Minnesota, on his show to talk about the pending charges that would come against him and how victimized he is. Now the big angle is he's a gay black man, and I don't give a shit. But that's the new angle he's going down. But isn't it weird, guys, how you've got the Minnesota Attorney General sitting there on his show, on the Don Lemon show, and the woman that works as the Assistant Attorney General, Caitlin Miko, underneath Keith Ellison on the right over there, magically, she's married to the judge who refused to sign off on the warrant. Isn't that weird? I mean, goodness, guys, when I do a recap of this, I'm going to pause him real quick, because we've already established the connection between Don Lemon on his show and Attorney General Keith Ellison. Don't you find it weird that this judge did not sign or he refused to sign the arrest warrant? He is married to that woman, Caitlin Miko, and she's the Assistant Attorney General of Minnesota's Attorney General's office, who would love comments like suing ICE. And then the Attorney General of Minnesota, the guy on the far right, is saying that it's a overreach and he's here to sue the federal government and stop them. Isn't that weird how those three right there are somehow magically connected, and it works out for Don Lemon to get a warrant refusal? Anyone else with corruption? Anybody? No connections? Because this guy did this. He's on camera doing it. He did it here again. Did it here again. But this guy who was involved, who this guy was filming, this guy's arrested. And I already showed you his cohorts are arrested as well. Oops, sorry. Actually, that's a good image right there. Isn't that amazing how everyone else there was arrested, but Don Lemon is not? Connected and saved by the wife of a judge who works for the Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison. I'm just going to pause for dramatic effect real quick, because it doesn't seem to be on the up and up when you have a judge who determines who's going to get arrested for a criminal act, which is obviously recorded. The DOJ pursues the charges, and he doesn't do it, and his wife is connected to the Attorney General, and she's anti-ICE, and it's an ICE case. Anything, anybody, anyone see any corruption whatsoever? Does someone smell something? Does it stink to anyone else? For the love of everything above, weed all this corruption out. This is insane. This would not pass muster in any other sector of our society at all. Marriages to people involved in, God almighty, recusal is a thing for a reason. Listen, y'all, send this one out everywhere. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.